Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great day today. In front of me today, I have a 2021 Toyota 4Runner. Now, this one's a little bit special because this one is a special trail edition version, which there are only 4,000 made for the 2021 model year. This one that we have here in front of us is in a army green, and it's a really cool color for this off-road vehicle from Toyota. So this is the 5th generation Toyota 4Runner. As you can see, this one, obviously they haven't changed it. This generation of Toyota 4Runner was introduced in 2009, so it's been with us about 13 years. Obviously, they have just done some mild changes to the lights and styling, minor, technical things with suspension, but overall, this design has been with us since 2009. This is the 5th generation, and it's not too far off of the 4th generation, which was introduced in 2002. So technically, this chassis and engine combination has been around since about 2002. So it's been about 20 years with the same type of platform that Toyota has kind of capped, of course, a 5-speed 4-liter V6. Of course, this chassis here is kind of shared with the FJ Cruiser as well, and some other Toyota products as well. But it's still a great vehicle. There's a lot of cult following to this thing. I'm pretty excited to drive this. I've never driven a 4Runner before. I've driven the Highlander, RAV4s, CHRs, but not this particular 4Runner. And as you can see, I love the way this one looks. This has got, of course, fuel wheels, which look fantastic, with some pretty serious off-road tires from Mildstar. And we got of course, a side step here. We do have also part of the the trail edition. We have also a rack here on top from Yakima. And coming around here, guys, we have also blacked out letters here for the Fronter and Toyota, which are basically part of that trail edition. Also, the 17-inch wheels that are blacked out come with that, but these are not part of it here. Of course, just got different fuel wheels here as well. So really love the way this thing looks, and it's a very distinct SUV. And this one is particularly with the green and the gold color wheels. It really looks fantastic. And coming around, of course, this army green color really does it well to the Toyota. And of course, obviously, we got the blacked out Toyota badge here as well, part of that package. The trail edition package comes with the and also cooler. Of course, we got this one and the wheels, and we also have some rubber floor mats, which are part of it, but they're not included. This one here, sorry guys, a little dark here, tinted windows. I don't see the rubber floor mats that come with this one. So, but that's basically the Toyota package for the trail edition version of the 4Runner, which is only 4,000 made, so I'm sure there's not a lot of them. But got to find one here and kind of see it the way it is. So really cool looking 4Runner. All right, guys, so just coming here in front, of course, we got that kind of aggressive nose here from the front. We do have LED headlights and LED fog lights. As you can see, we got a blacked out kind of grill. Not much of a grill, as you can see, and it's pretty far off the ground. I'm not sure this might have some sort of lift kit. Of course, the tires will help. These are basically 33s, but it is sitting pretty aggressively, and I love those wheels and tires. As you can see, we come around here. I don't see any. There's some aluminum bar for the suspension, aluminum upper arm, but I don't know if that's aftermarket or not. Some of the Toyota guys will probably let me know. Here we have Wildstar's Patagonia MT tire, which is a pretty aggressive 285 millimeter tire. Now, these are, I just letting you over here in the parking lot, you can definitely feel the threads on it. Pretty serious tire, and it's a pretty interesting company. I never heard of it. I did a little bit of research on it, and it is a American-made tire, which is awesome. I'll put some of the side story either in the video or at the description below of the video. So, but it looks really great. I love the side steps here. These are nice kind of off-market side steps here. That looks really great. So, really nice and aggressive look to this Toyota 4Runner. So. All right, so let's go and check out the rear of this Toyota 4Runner. Of course, this does not have any type of automatic door opening. This is basically, you just have to open this manually. And bringing this up, coming around here, we got the back, which is a pretty good size. This is a mid-size SUV, which is very competitive. This is a good selling for Toyota. It's got a good size. This is kind of the size, I would say, of an Explorer, give or take. I mean, that's what I've kind of been used to. So, but it's got a really nice the way it is. Of course, we got those specific stitching for this trail package that will trail edition that we'll see in a few moments. But here in the back, this is also part of the package. This is an option here that Toyota has for the 4Runners, plus sliding tray, which if we put this one here, as you can see, this comes out and you can use this. This holds 400 pounds, 440 pounds, so you can put pretty much a lot of weight on this. This is just for easier to have things load up and just kind of slide them into the vehicle. So as you can see, it's got some pretty good size You can handlebars here, and you can actually sit in here. This will definitely hold 440 pounds, so it's not a, definitely can use it as a, you know, depending on the people too, but you can definitely use it, you know, to sit down. We can just slide and slide this. You can kind of lock it in the between ways, so that's kind of locked in place here. We got some straps here as well. There's also a little bit of room here for more storage there, as you can see that the seats do fold down. Looks like about an 80/20. We have a little bit of tray here for storage. We got some hooks here all over the place, and coming up here we have a 400-watt 3-prong outlet and a 12-volt here. A little more extra storage here on the side, and I wasn't expecting. It's pretty nice from the Toyotas that they give you that as well. So, and of course, if we get a hitch, this is already ready to tow, and this 4Runner can tow up to 5,000 pounds. So that's a little bit of information for you guys. This is about 47 square feet of cargo space here in the back. Of course, this kind of takes a little bit of room here as well, but I'll put those numbers up for you on the screen for you guys. But it's really nice. I mean, I really like it. It's pretty spacious in the back here. I wasn't expecting, usually I see the Toyota 4Runner is kind of a narrow vehicle, but it does have some pretty good space in the back. So, and of course here we got a couple of gray handles. We got some speakers here as well, lights, so if you want to, you know, put some music in when you're sitting down camping or taking this off road, this has got pretty nice you know, details for that, where you can get some light on the outside and some speakers as well for your music. So all right, so we got to put this down here manually. Of course, here we got a reverse camera, grabbing this here, and there we go, guys. We got all right, guys. So coming down here, I do want to mention that we do have a spare tire here in the back on the bottom, as you can see there. So I'm sure we got a mechanism similar to the Highlanders that you can probably bring it down. Looks like a pretty good size, or a pretty regular sized spare tire as well. So that's a good thing that you can have. Also a spare tire. So let's check out, guys, the interior of this Toyota Tacoma. And I did put the windows down a little bit because this has tinted windows, and it's pretty dark inside, especially with a dark interior as well. So coming here, guys, all pretty soft leather, which is really nice. It's the first time kind of me looking in, or I've never actually even been in inside a 4Runner. I don't even remember being in one, so I'm just kind of the first time kind of seeing one here. So we have plenty of storage, you know, for drinks. We got your speakers, we got aluminum tray here, a little bit of plastic trim here around your door, or your window control. So coming in here, guys, of course we got the steps. We got we don't have those lower floor mats. Now remember, this is a slightly used 4Runner, so the original owner must have taken the floor mats. I don't see them. So here, you guys, we have those nice cloth seats. Now this stitching here that we have here, this is kind of a tan, and this is part of this Chile edition package that comes with this kind of cloth seats, which is really nice. I really love them. They really feel rugged, and they feel really great. So this here, the lever is here for you to adjust the seat, and of course here we have as well where you can just press this button and bring the seat down, so you got much more storage and all that kind of stuff here. As you can see, the part of the stitching there as well, and you can bring the headrest over. So it's really nice, all the features it gives you. Here we have a center armrest with some cup holders, which feels really nice and rugged. This is really rugged as well, which I like it. And it's a pretty nice and spacious interior room here, as you can see, guys. So really nice the way this Toyota runners. Let's go ahead and get inside. I don't see that we should put a little handle here, especially if you're gonna lift the trucks a little bit. It's a little hard to get into. So here we have the interior of this 4Runner. There's no sunroof at all. I'm sure you can probably get one as well for us, an option. Up here on the bottom, we do have a couple of AC outlets. We have 2 USB connections here as well, so at least they give you that type of connections. And of course we have all the interior here of the 4Runner, which is obviously not the latest and greatest, but it's a pretty nice copy nonetheless for this Toyota, and it's got really nice room as well. So very impressive. Really like the seats. Everything feels rugged. We do have some pockets here as well on each side, and you kind of do feel a little tired seating, but as you can see, plenty of room. We got plenty of this is where I'm sitting here. I do have plenty of leg room as well, for knee room, excuse me, to have a comfortable sitting here. So it's pretty roomy size, obviously not full size, but it's got pretty good room as well. So, and the steps little helps you here a little bit to get down, but it is a little bit short to get up into this one, especially with no handle here. So this should give you a little bit of handle to get up into, especially these vehicles. Most of them are going to be a little higher than usual. So the engine bay of this Toyota 4Runner. Let's go ahead and pull the hood latch and check out that engine. All right, so I'm going to do this with one hand here. Of course, we got the engine, because we do have a gas powered shocks or hydraulic shocks helping you lift the hood of this 4Runner, which is awesome because it's a higher vehicle and it'll be tough for somebody. This is pretty easy to handle too as well. All right, guys, so here we have Toyota's venerable 4-liter V6 engine. Now this has got 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque. This is a little different engine than the ones used in the Highlander, all that kind of stuff from Lexus or Toyota products, but these are used in the Tundra, you know, the European Hilux. We also have you know, different, you know, the TJ, the FJ Cruiser uses. There's all kinds of applications that this engine is used, even in the Tundra. So it's a great engine. It's very torquey. It feels good for the slight moment I drove it. So now obviously this is paired to a 5-speed automatic transmission, which is a little bit older, but it's a true and tried system. This is a very reliable power plant along with the transmission. It's very tough. So that's what basically is in this Toyota. There's no fancy 8-speed or 10-speed, anything like that, which is a great engine. And of course, this is coupled, this all goes to the partial or the part-time 4-wheel drive. It is, of course, you can put it in it's basically you can put it in 2-wheel drive or in 4-wheel drive. So basically you got that option of, you know, using whatever you need, of course. So, and I think the only one that the 4Runner Limited is a full-time all-wheel drive or a full-time 4x4 system in it. So, but this one's here you can use to get either rear-wheel drive, or you can get them in the part-time 4-wheel drive system as well. So it's a pretty nice engine. Obviously you can put a snorkel here and make this thing really cool. So, but a pretty cool engine. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and drop the hood of this 4Runner, and there we have it. So just checking out this wheel combination here. This is really cool. I really love this. This company, you know, it's obviously based out of the US, kind of specializing in some off-road tires. I'm glad it's a US company here. Of course, the milestyle tires, these are the Patagonia. We have different models. They have different versions of it. Really cool what they're doing for the off-road, you know, people that, you know, need this type of tires. These are pretty aggressive. Obviously, this is running fuel wheels, which I really love. These wheels are really nice. Of course, behind them, we do have a 4-piston caliper and about 13.3 inches of rotors here on this 4Runner. So it's really got a pretty nice brake system from Toyota. Of course, you can use paint those calipers, making them a little bit nicer. But as I mentioned before, I don't know if this has got a lift system. Looks like it does, because it seems a little higher than what I think stock would feel. But I'm not sure. There's no, you know, there's no information in that from the 4Runner or anything like that. So coming up here, we have the same 285mm tires all around. I believe these are 33, so really nice and aggressive looking package for this Toyota 4Runner. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump into the driver's seat of this 4Runner. It's coming out here, just checking out the materials of the door. Soft leather all around, and that feels really, really nice. Obviously, we got the window controls right up here, or your window and mirror controls, and a little bit of pocket here for put some things on there. It's got a little bit of leathers there, nothing stitched out, but it's really nice. Got plenty of pockets here for your drinks and everything. Of course, we got a speaker here, and of course, we got this nice side step here. We are missing a little bit of handles here because obviously this is a little bit higher vehicle, so a couple of handles here for the rear and the front passengers would have been really nice, but what can you do, guys? So, but all right, so here we have the 8-way power seat for the driver. As you can see, we got that really nice tough feeling cloth here with the kind of a tan orangey stitching here. That's part of the trail edition package. Really nice the way it is. Really feels rugged seat that, you know, can take quite a bit of use. So remember, this is this 2021 4Runner is slightly used. It's got just over 14,000 miles, so it's not heavily used. I think this is still pretty much brand new. Of course, you got leather on this perforated leather steering wheel, which is really nice. Bit of aluminum plastic trim here. Of course, you got your mirrors, you got your lights, we got your auto high beams. We have also the power on your 400 watts. Now gets in the back, your rear wipers here as well, and it feels really nice. This is a really nice interior here. As you can see, we got a bit of a kind of a different plastic here inside of interior. And you can see, guys, it's really nice interior cockpit. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, not bad to get in, but yeah, a little bit of handle will definitely help you out in the ingress of the into the vehicle. Coming in here, sitting in the cockpit of the 4Runner, feels very nice. Not similar. This is got a definitely a different interior than Tacoma, and all like that. So, and I did put the windows on a little bit, guys, to give it more light, because the windows are a little bit heavily tinted, so it's kind of hard to see a dark interior with dark tinted windows. So even with that, but it's really nice. Everything's really well laid out. It's got really good visibility. Of course, you got everything, the layout, everything is really nice. Of course, you got your blunt box here. It's really got a really nice size. We got some nice darker aluminum trim here in the middle. Of course, you got your 8-inch screen here. Let's go ahead, guys, and turn this girl on. Of course, we got our key here, the simple key. As you can see, it's got a panic button, unlock, pretty simple key from Toyota. Let's go ahead and of course, you got to insert the key and do this the old-fashioned way. So of course we got that 4Runner screen there, which is really nice graphics. Of course we got a Toyota Sense 3.0 system here with the 8-inch screen coming on. I really like it. I mean, it's a really nice roomy interior. Of course, you know, everything feels great at your fingertips. The steering wheel feels nice and thick, which I really love. This is manually adjustable tilting and telescoping steering wheel. So right here in the bottom, of course, you got controls for your radio, all kinds of things for everything. The hold mode for that, multiple screens here if I'm correct. It shows you your miles per hour, everything there as well. So we got miles per hour and all kinds of information that this gives you here. Echo indicator, of course, depending how you drive. You gotta basically you have a digital speedometer, of course, beside your analog speedometer and tachometer. And pretty cool. Stay warm. Looks like it's time to rest. Looks like you got some sort of combination there, but I will leave it in the digital speedometer there. That's not a ton of graphics, but what can you do, guys? So of course we got the V6. Let's go ahead and give it a little bit of rev. Toyota variable 4-liter engine. These things are basically bulletproof. They've been using this engine for 20 years, probably 20 plus years. Of course, 5-speed manual. I mean, excuse me, 5-speed automatic, which is probably robust as hell. You know, they're gonna put anything crazy to. I mean, this is probably one of the most reliable, if not one of the most efficient. You know, I would say efficient, but most reliable and dependent cars that Toyota has for off-road. And people use this all over the world for, you know, off-roading. So. But it does feel pretty good. So, all right, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put on my seatbelt since we got our POV head on. Let's go ahead and close the door. It feels really well. Everything feels well made. This has got like a little bit of textured plastic, which feels great in your hands. Of course, we got the AC controls here. We got the 8-inch Toyota Sense 3.0. I believe, let's see if we got a map here. We don't have a navigation installed, but of course it's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I don't believe it also has Google Alexa installed here. Of course, you go back to menu. We got all kinds of screens here for application, phone, all that kind of stuff. And the touch is pretty quick. I mean, it's pretty decently quick. This is the same type of interior or screen that's pretty much in any Toyota. So you got a lot of options here. The audio that we have here. Let's see what we have. Get you a little song here. It's pretty tactical. It sounds pretty. Let's see. It's got a pretty nice sound system. Definitely does. That's a really nice sound system. I'm surprised. This sounds pretty nice. This does not have the optional. I think you can get a JBL system with this one. So this has got basically your 8-speaker system. Here we have a volume control. We got your tune. Coming down below of the screen, we have your single zone AC. Of course, we got temperature. We got big buttons for your AC controls, and this is basically for your fan speed. Down here below, we got a USB connection. We got a 12-volt. We got a little bit of pockets here on the bottom. I don't see any type of digital connection or wireless charging. We got a couple of cup holders and little nooks here. Your 5-speed automatic. This is for your rear window, if I'm correct. Yep, that comes up, which is really awesome. The whole window comes down, and we got a couple of extra switches that were not installed. Here in the middle, we have a 12-volt under the 12-volt connection and a pretty deep storage little bin here for the middle of the stack. Of course, as I mentioned, we already saw the glove boxes. Everything's really nice. You know, of course, you got cruise control. All this is for the middle. The steering wheel feels great. Of course, down here we got your switches for your four-wheel drive. We got 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, and of course you can lock it. Push down for lock to lock your probably differentials or your transaxle. So. But I'm just gonna leave it, of course, in just regular high because we don't have. Unfortunately, I don't have anywhere to test this thing off road, except maybe going over some sidewalks. But other than that, but I can at least kind of take out see how this feels on the road. Pretty eager to take out. This is driving my first 4Runner, and this is a little bit modded with, especially this have big wheels. You know, this definitely some serious off-road tires. And all right, let's go ahead and take this for a road test. As you can see up here, just a quick thing. We have, of course, lights here on the top. These are, you can press them down. These are off. You got also some traction control off, H traction and hill descent, if I'm correct. And then, of course, we got a lens holder there for your glasses. And of course, we don't see any top of that. We got a mirror here, and really nice. Of course, you got a kind of like a tan roof line here for the roof of the interior here. So pretty nice. Although we have a handle here as well, but they should have put on a handle here as well. But we have a handle at least at the top here. They should have put one in at least for the rear passengers as well. But oh well, I can't ask for everything. But love the seats, love the way everything's stitched. I really love cloth seats for me, because obviously here in Florida in the summertime it gets really hot. Even though right now today is really nice and comfortable, around mid 60s. So. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and take out. Got my seatbelt on. Let's go ahead and take out this Toyota 4Runner out. Now, remember, this has got some off-road tires. So if you hear some tire noise, it might be a little rough. But let's check out see how this 4Runner handles and drives on the road. I'm gonna go ahead and put the windows up because I might put them down a little bit just to have a little more light. But it feels, I mean, it's not a big, thick vehicle. It doesn't feel as say, as wide as a F-150. Or, of course, feels just the size of, from an Explorer, kind of that size. But obviously, you can feel, you feel you're sitting a little higher, for sure. And the suspension, yeah, it's got a really nice. It's got, you can tell it's got a little bit more stiffer suspension. But obviously, this is off-road. Based, and yeah, you can feel the roll of the tires. You can feel the tread when you come down to a stop. So, all right, let's see. That one's got nice torque, really nice torque to this engine. Yeah, you can hear the engine. You can hear the tire notes for sure. It's gonna be a little bit noisy, but I'm sure this off-roading will feel great. But those windows up, guys, to get a little more quiet. So it's got decent power. There's no powerhouse at all, but it's got, gets up to speed pretty decently. Yeah, you can hear the tires definitely. Yeah, definitely, it's got a lot of tire roar. And I'm doing 55. Yeah, this is definitely gotta be off-road worthy to drive something. It looks fantastic, but yeah, to take this out on the roads here, it's gonna be a little tiring with that tire noise but overall the vehicle feels pretty nice. Obviously it feels tall. Obviously the visibility with the windows and everything is pretty nice. The steering wheel, yeah, this thing feels tall, and it's got a decently direct steering, but this thing just feels really tall heavy. So I'm not gonna mess with much of a, but it feels good. It feels stable. Does not feel too bad. But yeah, it does feel a little bit, it does feel tall. It does feel, the steering, it's got some directness to it. There's some slight feeling to it. It's kind of numb. But it's not horrible. I mean, kind of reaching regular speeds, yeah, it can get tiring, and you can definitely feel some of the vibration and through the steering. Obviously, we got independent front suspension. We got a live axle here in the rear. This thing doesn't have automatic. Let's check out the brakes a little bit. Yeah, this thing brake dives. You can feel the brake dive for sure. It's got pretty good feeling pads, and the power is pretty decent. But yeah, this thing, you can tell this is not any type of sport driving into this thing. Yeah, but that's not mean for. I'm sure this off-road does fantastically. This is made for, basically rock crawl, or this type of tires are basically some serious off-roaders. That can get you on and off to your destination, but yeah, this is more focused on the off-road. But the engine feels pretty torquey. It doesn't feel too bad. It's got plenty of power. It's no powerhouse, but it's got plenty. And yeah, in this single lane road, yeah, you have to keep both of your hands on the steering wheel, because it is a little bit tricky. It does feel a little bit wondery. That's for sure. So yeah, it does. It's a little unstable in certain roads. You're gonna keep your hands on it to keep it pretty steady, but it's not horrible. It kind of reminds me of a Jeep Wrangler. Obviously, it's not as darty or as jiggly of the steering, but it does look cool though, for sure. So yeah, yeah, you can take this off-road. I think this will be the best for off-road and all that. I wouldn't get this aggressive unless you were living somewhere next to where you're gonna take this thing off-road. But overall, interior-wise, the visibility is fantastic. Everything feels really good. Everything's at your fingertips, and I'm sure the gas mileage in this gotta suffer pretty bad with this type of tires. I think there's a 33, so it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, the tire noise, I would get something a little bit less aggressive here. Just my personal opinion, but. Yeah, I mean, the brakes feel very good for sure. But it's a good feeling vehicle, definitely, and it definitely looks cool. That's for sure. And the turning radius is not bad at all. So, and I'm pressing on this engine here. Yeah, it's got pretty decent torque. It does, you know, obviously, it does struggle a little bit with these bigger tires. And the transmission is actually pretty smooth. It's a very smooth transmission. There's no, you don't feel any type of jerks or anything like that with the transmission. And of course, with this dark tinted windows, it does feel a little bit dark in here, guys. I apologize if it's dark, but that's just the way the windows are tinted. I can bring them down, but we're gonna get some wind noise here a little bit. So to give you a little more light, but yeah, it is a little bit windy here, but it's kind of a niche vehicle. I wouldn't really put this up aggressive here to drive it every day. I see people drive these things every day, but it does not look too bad. I mean, it feels good. I mean, suspension wise, it's probably got some stiffness to it. The response is nice. It's got a good responsive. I'm not sure we have no type of off-road or any type of different capabilities here for this 4Runner. So the brakes feel good. Yeah, it doesn't feel bad. I'm liking this 4Runner. It does feel unstable. I'm more of a sports car guy, but of course I would love to take this to do some off-roading for sure. And there goes a Jeep with the same type of, looks like the same type of fuel wheels and tires. So let's check out the acceleration a little bit on this girl. Yeah, go baby, go. Yeah, not exactly quick in this, but even the Wrangler's 4-liter, that 3-liter or 2-liter turbo 4 feels much quicker. But it's not bad. Obviously, this is, you're basically sacrificing some newness for reliability. This is gonna last forever, this engine and transmission. So, but that's what Toyota has to mess with it, because it's basically what, this is what they give you. This is Toyota reliability. And but it does feel good. The braking actually feels pretty decently good. Those 4 pistons on the front do give you some good feedback, and the pad does give you some nice feedback. So but I really like, guys, let's let our fellow bikers here go through. But I like this. It's definitely feeling different. Definitely feels different. But yeah, this car is a little bit aggressive for daily driving here in Florida, since there's not much off-road. If you live close to mountains and stuff like that, yeah, this is a much more makes sense. But the tire feels good. It's not super loud, but it is a little bit intolerable. So let's go ahead and check out the rear view camera on this 4Runner. Let's go ahead and check out the suspension. Actually feels that's not too stiff. Actually, it feels pretty decently comfortable for every day. So we come to stop, guys. Let's check out our review camera. So we do have there's trajectory lines, but they don't move, and I do not see any type of sensors in the rear. Nope, it's got no sensors in the rear as well, which will be nice to include. Obviously, yeah, there's some surprise. This has got Toyota Sense. This has also got the Toyota, the technology for checking your mirrors and radars and stuff. But I don't think this has all the newer systems from Toyota. But it's still a good vehicle. Obviously, you get at least a reverse camera. It is a good solid vehicle nonetheless for you guys. So all right, guys, well, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you to all that have subscribed so far to my channel. Subscribe, guys. If you haven't done that, hit the subscribe button. It's only going to get better with some good models here. This is really nice. I really like it, even though it's you know, if you're looking for the 2022, this is probably going to be not much change at all. It's going to be continuing the same tradition of Toyota. Solid vehicle. The interior does feel, you know, more of a, you know, doesn't feel as modern as some other things, but it's very functional, and you got some technology here as well. And of course, the reliability of Toyotas, you can't go wrong with that. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.